Alright guys, so this is the list that I made for the gaming mice that I want to buy this year. I've divided them into three categories: the must buy, the maybe yes, and maybe no. So let's start with the must buy list. Right off the bat, Razer Viper V3. This gaming mouse is already in my shopping cart. I'm really excited to try it. This because a lot of people say it's better than the Superlight. I currently main the Superlight 2, and I've recently grown to like its shape even more than before. And the Viper V3 is a new shape for a Viper mouse. It's much different than Viper V2. It has the hump. It's also it's long, so it's very similar to the Superlight 2, and probably even better because it's lighter. It's about 6 grams lighter, and it comes with 8K polling rate. I'm not really sure if there's a difference for me between 4K to 8K. I can see a difference between 1K to 2K or 1K to 4K, but 4K to 8K, I'm not sure if I will gain much from this difference. But it's still spec-wise, it's better than the Superlight 2, and it also has different uh, buttons. So let's see if we can get the specs here. So it's longer than the Superlight 2 because Superlight 2 is 125. So yeah, I'm buying this and I'm gonna do a review and I will compare it with my main mouse, the Superlight 2. Alright, so going next to the must buy list, we have the final mouse. Now I was unfortunate that I wasn't able to purchase any of the uh, ultralight X sizes, small, medium, and large. This is because they have a situation when it comes to tech items that scalpers will jump in and just gonna clear the market, unfortunately. So maybe once they restock, I'm gonna buy the Lion, the medium size, and I'm not sure if I will buy the Tiger because I've tried Final Mass before. Unfortunately, it was only the small, so I bought the Cape Town as well as the Tens edition. Both of them are small and they have the same similar shape. And Tens is about 115 length, which I think is not really suitable for my hand. I have a medium-sized hand, and it wasn't suitable for me to claw grip this mouse. So this is why I'm gonna buy either the medium or the large. Now for the medium we have 121, so I think this is enough for me to be able to claw grip this mouse. Large is about same length as the Superlight 2, my main mouse. So it will be interesting which mouse that I'll be getting and reviewing in the future. Um, so it has to be one of these two, the medium or large. Although just recently they produced the ULX Pro, which I had the chance to purchase, but I really didn't like this color. Like it's baby blue color, and I don't regret really. It doesn't look good in my opinion. Blue with white, baby blue with white. I mean, if they release like neon colors, I really like neon colors. I haven't seen neon colors on a mouse. Maybe we saw neon red before, but you have like neon green or neon blue. That would be really interesting on a gaming mouse. Alright, so we finished from final mouse. Third mouse on the list is the Ninjutsu Sora version 2. Now I own the Ninjutsu Sora V1 and I can't thank ninjutsu enough for producing the Sora. Sora was one of the gaming mice that actually helped me to naturally grip a mouse using a claw grip. So I'm really excited to try the V2. V2 is slimmer than the V1, a little bit shorter, and it's trimmed around the corner. Yeah, you can see that it's a little bit shorter, 2 millimeters. Probably you'll not notice this, but you can see that it's a little bit easier on the corner. It has shorter corners, or it has more like you can see that the Sora 4K V1 has sharper corners than V2. They trimmed the corners for V2, so I would be really interested in buying the Ninjutsu Sora V2. But I don't think I will buy black or white for this mouse. I mean, I'm one of those guys who actually care about the color of the mouse. Yeah, I do care about performance. This is not a main mouse for me, so it has to be aesthetically pleasing. So maybe I will wait for them to release red because they also have red for V1. And unfortunately, that it doesn't. This mouse priced at $99.99 US dollar, but I think you also have to buy the 8K polling rate separately, which I will buy because now I use gaming mice at 4K or 8K polling rate. Alright, so last on the list is the End Game Gear OP8K, OP1 8K. This mouse, yeah, when I saw how it looks, I was really excited to see the shape because you can see here the buttons are closer to each other and it has small buttons. I really like gaming mice that have closer buttons to each other, much like the Vaxi XE as well. But this is a wired version of the mouse, and probably I will wait until they release the wireless version of this mouse. The wireless version of this mouse is called a WE, which is not 4K, 2K, or any of that. So I will wait for them to release a 4K version or an 8K version. If not, maybe I will buy this mouse because it's reasonably priced. Alright, so coming down to the second list, which is the maybe yes. I was surprised to see a new mouse from Asus. It's the Keris 2 Ace. This mouse shocked me because like Asus, they don't announce that they have new mouse in the market. They just release their mice. Unlike Final Mouse, they announce their gaming mice 3 months before release for scalpers. So why is this mouse interesting? And why is this mouse not on my must-buy list? It's because I don't like ergonomic shape. I prefer ambidextrous shape. So this mouse, although comes from Asus, um, it has some interesting features. It's light. It has 4K polygrade wireless, and I think Asus overall they produce good build quality gaming mice. So overall, I'm not gonna buy it now because it's pricey. Um, I remember that when I bought the ROG Harpe Ace Aim Lab Edition, very long name. I liked that mouse, but I didn't buy it at full price. I bought it on Amazon, I believe, on Prime Day, and it was like 50% discount. So I will wait for this mouse to go down in price, and probably I will buy it on discount. The ROG Keris 2 Ace Edition. And I want to say more about this shape, ergonomic shape. It's although it's not for me. I know there are many gaming mice that have ergonomic shape that were released last year, something like the Outset AX. A lot of people recommend this mouse, and I do like how the this mouse has buttons closer to each other. You also have the Lamzo X, and what else you have in ergonomic that I didn't buy? Lamzu and Outset, yes. So I'd like to throw a little bit of comparison because I also own the Death Adder V3. Probably this is the only ergonomic mouse that I liked. I also tried SteelSeries. I also tried Zowie EC2. Uh, a lot more, but it's that shape is not for me. So out of those three, the Kiris, the Outset, and the Lambda Thorn, I think I would prefer the Kiris 2 the most because if you can see the hump here on the Outset, even though that both of them are not long, and I think the hump here looks bigger on the outset. So if it has a bigger hump, it will feel larger in your hand, and I don't like this on a mouse. So the Kiris has more of a low profile hump. This is something that I would prefer. Um, we can also compare it to the Thorn. Again, you can see that the hump on the Thorn is a little bit more aggressive than the ROG Kiris 2. So out of those three, I think I would buy the Kiris 2, especially that it comes from Asus and I like their build quality. And I like when the mouse has this kind of shape where it has an obvious hump, then tempered down, not aggressively, gradually. So I like this on a mouse. Kind of remind me of the hump on the GPX. It's not of an aggressive hump. You could say it's medium aggressive. It's not a low profile. It's in the medium range. So I like that on a mouse, and this is why I also like the Kiris too. Coming down on this list, the second one that I would buy is the Vaxi XE 4K Wireless Edition. So if you ask me about which gaming mice that I tried and has the best shape for clicks, I would say the XE. I really like how the buttons are close to each other, and you can see it here. I like how the buttons are short and close to each other, unlike the GPX or the Superlight 2. The size of the buttons are large, where if the size of the buttons is small, it's more like locked in, but it can move. See, my finger can move left and right freely, but if it's smaller, then it's more locked in on the button. And this is why I like the Vaxi XE. I do own the Vaxi Wired version. This is the 4K version. It's a little bit disappointing to buy this mouse because weight-wise, it's the same. So let's see the specs here. 76 grams. I think when I played on the XE wired version, it was a little bit heavier on my hand, and it's okay if you do like tracking. You play Soldier 76 and you track, but if you try to do quick movement and readjust your position, you would feel that it's not optimal for you to use. And shape is okay. I liked it. I love the buttons. Not the best shape, but I did like. I enjoyed using it. So probably they were thinking that if they trimmed down the weight, the build quality on the Vaxi is really solid. So um, this is it. So this is the last mouse that I want to buy for the maybe yes. Now coming down to the maybe no list, I have this expensive mouse that I was really interested in, but it was out of stock. This is the Viper Mini Signature Edition. Seems like this mouse took us by storm, and then suddenly nobody talked about it. It was released for YouTubers first, and a lot of people talked about it, recommended it, then it disappeared, and now you can't even buy it. It's out of stock. So it's very pricey, 300 US dollar, and it was released with so many problems. People returned it. They got a second version, returned it. They got a third version. Some of them didn't even bother to get a second version. They just refunded it because it has problem with the buttons, I think. The internal PCB would shake, so it has some problems, and that's why I stayed away from this mouse because people were complaining about how many problems it had, and and this is also probably why Razer stopped producing it because they are fixing because Razer is fixing those problems. Um, and I hope that we get better batches of this mouse in the future. Um, so for this mouse, the reason why it's not on my list, not just because it's out of stock, it's because I bought the Razer Cobra, and a lot of people say the Razer Cobra is actually Razer Mini. There, you're saving money if you just buy the Razer Cobra, which I did, and I played on 8K. I liked that mouse, but it felt like a little bit heavy. It's overall a good mouse. I would recommend you to try the Razer Cobra 8K because shape-wise it's very good. Length is about 119, which you can use for claw grip if you have medium-sized hand. So that's why I don't think that I'm gonna buy this mouse is because maybe it's a little bit too much to spend really 300 US dollar on a mouse, and there are better options out there if I want to buy like a mouse this size. All right, so next is the infamous G-Wolfs. I've actually never tried the G-Wolf mouse, and last year I bought from so many new companies that I haven't tried. I tried Vaxi, and I tried Lamzu, Ninjutsu Sora. I tried what else? I tried Zowie as well. I didn't try Zowie before. That's because I used to buy mostly from Razer and Logitech. So I took chances last year and I tried from so many uh, new companies that I haven't tried, like also Pulsar, and all of them did not disappoint me. Some of them stand out, like Pulsar, they have good quality, you can say. But for G-Wolves, I stayed away from G-Wolves just because it's intimidating to buy from them. I know a lot of people talk about how Jim is mean on internet. He will not help you whatsoever, and also uh, it's because people complain about the build quality of G-Wolves, and I don't like to buy cheap plastic mouse, uh, especially if you're paying especially if you're paying 159 without shipping for a mouse that is selling more expensive than Razer and Logitech, the leaders of this industry. So that's why I steered away from this company. But I do like the shape of this mouse. People call it the baby Superlight the baby Logitech Superlight. So um, and I remember also people not only complain about the build quality, also they said the battery exploded on them. Also, they complain about the wireless receiver would disconnect. So I know that Geos tried to fix those problems. They updated those problems on Discord, but still, if I have problem, I don't think I can trust them enough to pay this much for uh, a gaming mouse that I can pay the same or less for a reputable company that can help me when it comes to returning a mouse. So maybe Jim should be friendlier and help us when it comes to returning their malfunctioned mouse. Alright, so HTS is one of those mice on the list. The other one is the HTX 4K. I do like low hump gaming mice. This mouse has a lower hump than the Viper V2, and we can see also here they have like a new designs, the HTS2, which looks like to me looks like Vaxis XE, although it's wider. Although it's thicker from the button part, but seems like it has the same shape uh, on the lower part of the mouse, and also a design that I haven't seen on a gaming mouse, which is the HTR mouse. Like if I click on this, I'm trying to understand it's not symmetrical, and it seems like this mouse is designed for fingertip users because I don't think you can grip this mouse using claw grip, and it's not even an egg-shaped mouse. So it's like you can see that it's very short. It's very similar to their fingertip mouse, which is the HSK Pro, but slimmer, you could say. And I am not interested in this mouse. If I have to buy from them, it has to be either the HTS or the HTX. Alright, so another company that I haven't tried before. It's a new company. They produced the Beast X Mini, Beast X, the standard size, and the Max. So it seems like the intention of this company is that they want you to forget about Final Mouse. They want you to forget about Final Mouse stock is not available. You can't buy this mouse. Don't buy from Final Mouse. Don't wait. Come to us. Type in wlmouse.com, buy our gaming mice because they are actually same design as Final Mice. So and also they have the same philosophy as Final Mouse, small, medium, and large. So out of those three gaming mice, I'm probably gonna try the Beast X Max. So if we look at the specs here, it says it's 126, so it's very similar to the Superlight 2 length. Uh, Weight-wise, is very light, which is appealing to me. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this mouse or not, so this is why it's on my maybe no. Alright guys, so this is it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe tell me which gaming mice that you want to buy this year, and we can share our thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Please thumbs up and subscribe.